Drill press problem is solved. Looky what I got. Now this is not quite as big as the other one. This is a 10-inch also, but it don't have the extra big, the 5/8 I believe it was, drill chuck in it. It's basically the same size as the old drill press, except the motor's a little bit bigger. It's a little heavier, which is good. Now I took the other one back to Harbor Freight, got my money back, no problem whatsoever. They didn't even really want to know what was wrong with it. Put that in my pocket, went up to Lowe's, and with my military discount, this tool was $20 cheaper than what I had bought at Harbor Freight. So that will teach me right there to check somewhere besides Harbor Freight first. Now, I want to put this together. Shouldn't take but a few minutes. I'll get it set up on the bench. I'll show it to you, and then I've got to start on the butcher block for the 10-piece set. Knives are, for the most part, done, except for blade polish and final sharpening. Maybe I can get the block done today, and I'm going to work some overtime. I got another thing to do, and instead of me sitting here rambling on, I'll get myself busy. Be back in. Alrighty then. Look at what we have here. Alright, let's turn it on, see how it sounds. So I've already had it on. That's what it's supposed to sound like. Not that rattle, 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 rattle. Bit looks like it's going straight to me. Let's move the camera just a little bit. Or for all the fumbling around. And this one even has a little work light. Oddly enough, it's run by batteries. You've got to put 2 AA batteries in there, which they did send the batteries with it. Pretty smooth to me. I've got the belt running slow. I may speed it up just a little bit. It'll go up 5 speeds. There we go. Problem solved. I believe that'll be a good tool for a long, long time. And little buddy has a friend now. Amongst all this other stuff. Alright, there's my cedar right down there. I'm going to drag it out and go to cutting. And I'll show you some progress later on today. It's just now about 11 o'clock or so, so I got plenty of time. Maybe I can get it at least halfway knocked out, maybe all the way. We'll see. Alright, let's wrap it up for today. I've been on the table saw and the sander for about 3 hours. And let me tell you, cutting and sanding cedar smells a whole lot better than bone and antler. The shop smells good again. Covered up all that stinky smell. Now what I'm doing now, before I go in, this is the lower section of the block, which is that'll be for the steak knives. I have to have a spacer in here. Now I could cut it, set up the router table and do all that, but I've tried that before, and you talk about a whole bunch of trouble. That's just a whole bunch of trouble. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a little bit of glue. This is plain old Titebond. Any kind of wood glue will work. I'll line it up pretty close. That won't be exact. I'll go back and final sand all this in the end. I've got some 1/4-inch brads in here. It'll crack just a little bit, but that's okay. Won't never see it, it'll stay there. A little bit of glue. What this does, this will create a slot for the knives to stick down in. Just like that. Wipe off the excess. And put it right down in that little crack there. So like I said, you won't never see that crack. Once that glue dries, it'll never go anywhere. Now, the whole time I was cutting and sanded, I kept them oriented. That's number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Number 2, I'll set on there like that. And when I get all this tacked on there, then I'll glue them all together and clamp them and let the glue hold it. The hardest part is cutting these little sticks to get them this right. Same thing on this one. Doesn't take a whole lot of glue, just a little bit. Because trust me, when this stuff dries, it will not come loose. Now notice this one's got a knot right there, which is going to look very pretty when I sand it. But I'm going to be careful and not put a brad through there, because that will bust the whole piece of wood, more than likely. Just like that. Number 1, number 2. See how that makes a slot right there? Now we'll determine in the end which is the prettiest end, and do that. Now I'm going to keep on going. Then I'll stack them all on top of each other, glue them up, put some clamps on them, and let them sit overnight. As it is about 4:45, and I'm getting tired. I got out here this morning at 3, about 3:15. Did what I could do, and then went and took care of the drill press thing and all that, which y'all seen earlier. And got all this cut out. It's been a good day. Very, very good day. No major catastrophes. And I better hush before I have one. So alright, that's gonna do it for today. I'll get this done, glued up, and I'll be back out here in the wee hours of the morning and get going with something else. Caddy. It's all cattywampus again. This. There, how's that? Is that better? Alright. Thank y'all for watching. Thank you for your support. And I will see y'all probably tomorrow. Hopefully this will be finished tomorrow. Bye.